no thoughts, head empty, as per usual. Hi, welcome to my first vlog. I just finished filming my April wrap-up and May TBR, which you probably have already seen by the time you're seeing this. My plan is to post that on Friday next week. I just need to actually edit it. I believe in myself. I can do hard things, and starting a YouTube channel is hard. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to give a little life update to get us rolling, because I don't really know what else to talk about at the moment. The week is not looking the way I was hoping it was going to look. I had things booked all weekend. It's North American Mother's Day tomorrow, yes, on Sunday. And I was supposed to have a brunch situation with my bridal party for my wedding today. And I was supposed to have D&D last night, and I was supposed to take my friend out to dinner on Monday. She just got a new job, and I wanted to celebrate with her. My fiance, with whom I live, has tested positive for COVID. I have tested negative twice. I haven't tested yet today, but I tested the last 2 days, and so I'm negative. But he is positive, unfortunately. So he lives in the basement now. We have a fully developed basement. He's not struggling down there. He's fine. But we kind of have to live separate lives in the same home right now, and that's a little bit sad. So we're working on it. But I thought, out of an abundance of caution, even though I've tested negative, I should just cancel everything and not put anybody at risk. It kind of sucks. Also, it's super lonely, being in the same house and shouting at each other up and down the stairs, but not actually being able to be together, I'm just being whiny about it. It's only a week. It'll be fine. We'll get through it. We'll get over it. It's good. Yeah, so I ended up taking the day to do some things. I did some art for my mom for Mother's Day, and then I'm gonna give that to her, sort of a combined Mother's Day and birthday gift, because I'm not gonna get to see her for Mother's Day now, except for a Zoom call kind of thing. It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll give those to her at some point. We're doing her birthday. Her birthday's at the end of the month, and I'm gonna be cooking her dinner and making her a cake, and it's gonna be really great. I haven't cooked for her in a very long time. I do bake and make desserts quite frequently, and I'm hoping to continue reading later, I suppose. You're probably here for the books, life update who. We want to hear about the books. So I'm working on 2 books right now. One is on hiatus for the weekend because it's an audio book, so I'm saving it for public transit when I'm going to work, because I take the train to work, and that's about a half hour either way. So it's nice to just be able to just plug in with that and just not think while I'm on the train, because it's first thing in the morning or last thing after work and I'm just fried. So it's perfect. When I'm not doing that, I'm reading this and reading The Memory Librarian by Janelle Monáe. This dropped the other day and I was so excited that I just I was absolutely brain fried. I've been having a lot of mental health problems at work lately, but I still found one spare spoon, and I went to my local bookstore and I got it, and I love it. Look at it. It's so beautiful. It's so just this. Ugh. I am about 30 pages in. No, I'm on page 22. Like I mentioned, we're having some mental health struggles at the moment, but we're gonna get through this, because honestly, it's beautiful anyway. Despite the fact that I'm having a bit of a struggle, I'm enjoying it so far. It's been 22 very good pages. Yeah, so that's my plan for tonight. Pardon whatever this is. Hi, it's Sunday. It's Mother's Day in North America, so I had all of these plans today to go out with my mom, but then due to the aforementioned my partner having COVID situation, we canceled all of those. I continue to test negative. I'm actually taking another rapid test right now as we speak, and I'm trying not to pay attention to it, so I'm filming instead. And if I test negative, my mom has said that I can come say hello and give her the art that I made yesterday. Maybe have a cup of tea on the porch or something. Just kind of stay reasonably far away from each other, but as safe as you can be. Have I done any reading today? No. Have I been on TikTok all morning? Yes. We are we're doing our version of thriving today, which is to say not. We're just kind of hanging out. Yeah, I've been filming for exactly like 2 minutes and I've got 15 to wait. So it's wonderful that I have like nothing to talk about today. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. I hope you can see me. It is Monday, I think. Yes, it's Monday. It's been quite the day. I'm still in my car. I just got home from work and it was such a day. So I woke up this morning and it had snowed overnight because of course it did. It's still snowing in May and I'm just so over it. Like I can see snow across the street in my rearview mirror in my neighbor's lawn. Like, come on. We're allegedly getting up into like the 20s or something soon. I'm from Canada, by the way. Just in case the snow in May didn't give that away. Anyway, yeah, so that happened this morning. So I drove to work, so I didn't get to read on the train as I usually do. And I don't like listening to audiobooks when I'm driving just because that's a little bit too much input. So all I've accomplished today was a chapter and a half of It Ends With Us. So I'm assuming most people have read this at this point, considering how popular it is. And like, I feel the need to ask, straight folks, are you okay? Like, what the fuck was that? I'm honestly speechless. Like that first chapter really did me in. Like the basic character concepts I was like kind of okay with, but like that initial interaction was, it's like if that's what straight folks are into, I suddenly understand why I'm not straight. Like Jesus Christ. Ugh. I just like I felt gross reading it, you know what I mean? Um, Desperately not my jam. I am sort of strangely intrigued and like kind of in a morbidly curious way to see where this goes. But also everyone's like losing their minds over this. So I'm like, maybe it's good. But also everyone's losing their minds over the Sarah J. Maas books or whatever. And honestly, from what I understand about those books, I do not think I would enjoy them. So I'm not going anywhere even remotely close to those. So maybe I was sort of lured into this by the same crowd who enjoys those books, and maybe that should have been a red flag for me, but I didn't take it. So I'm gonna continue reading that tonight. See where that goes. I'm in the middle of the second chapter where we're like essentially reading her diary, I guess. Which is like kind of fun. I always like a good epistolary kind of venture on these kinds of things. So we'll see where that goes. Suddenly do not have high hopes for this book, and unfortunately this one is slated into a spot on my TBR game that I actually have to finish if I want to sort of succeed with the month here. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, so my plan, now that I've successfully made it home, it is, aside from the fact that there's no snow except on my neighbor's lawn behind me now, like, it ended up being a beautiful day, so I got home pretty quickly. So I'm gonna make dinner shortly. My partner, from the aforementioned COVID situation, is currently not spending much time in our kitchen, so dinner's on me tonight. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna try to read some more of whatever the hell this is. Gonna try to edit that video that I want to put out a little later this week for my wrap up and TBR for April and May respectively. Yeah. Hello. It is Wednesday, my dudes. I did not give you an update yesterday. Not to say that a lot happened yesterday. I read quite a bit of, clearly I'm enjoying this book so much, so I can remember the title. It Ends With Us. I read several chapters of that. I think I'm on chapter 7 or 8, somewhere in there. So after the first chapter, things got like a little bit less weird, and I'm actually kind of very into the whole Atlas storyline. There's sort of like a past and a present thing going on if you haven't read the book before, and the past storyline I'm much more invested in. Yeah, the main love interest is a problem. Like, I don't know if this is me being like queer or if this is me just, you know, being who I am, but like this guy is just super cringy, and like honestly, if this were happening in real life, I would be seeking a restraining order. Like, sorry to be a buzzkill, but honestly, like, no. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the writing style either. I think it's like, I don't want to be mean about it, but like it kind of is kind of juvenile. Like, I looked up Colleen Hoover on Google and I was honestly shocked to find out that she's 42. Like, this book kind of feels like it was written by an early 20-something as their like first creative writing project kind of thing. And what else? So today I finished All Systems Red by Martha Wells. I listened to it as an audiobook through my library, and it was honestly fantastic. It was a novella, so very short, definitely could have gone longer if she had chosen to make it a novel. However, she left it very open-ended, so I can definitely see how it's going to go into the rest of the series, because I think there are 6 books out in the Murderbot series now. And honestly, I'm very into this, and I'm probably going to be reading another one shortly. And honestly, I really liked the guy who was narrating the audiobook. It was Kevin something. I'll figure out his name and pop it on the screen somewhere. I really liked his voice. I think he characterized Murderbot quite well. And honestly, if he narrates the rest of the audiobooks, I will happily listen to the rest of the books as audiobooks. Really, really very good. Yeah, so I'm going to be reading more of It Ends With Us tonight. Because I actually do find like the past storyline, like the Atlas storyline, quite compelling. So I will continue to read for that, because I know that these two storylines are going to converge at some point, and I'm interested to see how that goes. Assuming I get bored with that, I am also still working on The Memory Librarian. So we're going to possibly continue that. And I think that's it for today. Good morning. I thought I'd come sit outside today because the weather finally has turned nice. I'll try to talk around the traffic, but I apologize for any traffic sounds. As you saw earlier, it snowed this week, but now anyway, I haven't updated you in a couple of days, and I've just been exhausted. Honestly, we've been still dealing with Alex's COVID. We think he's about out of it now, so hopefully that means we'll get to like see each other, maybe. So I have been reading. I made it to a third of the way through of both of these books that I've been working on. I don't like this. Honestly, like, I keep having to stop every 1 or 2 chapters because I'm just like, please. For those who haven't read the book, there might be some spoilers going on here, but I'm going to try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible. Ryle is just so creepy. Like, I'm sorry, if anyone ever tried, like, to speak to me that way, I would probably just leave. Like, he's so gross, so creepy. I'm desperately not into it. Atlas has finally joined the chat, and he's not, like, bad. Yet, I don't know if that's maybe the plot twist, is that he's gonna be the weird one out of the two, which would honestly like disappoint me big time. Like Ryle's just so gross, and I think that if he ended up being the good one between the two, I don't think I could handle that. Yeah, anyway, so I'm like a third of the way through, and I understand what she's trying to get at with this. I understand what the concern is and what she's sort of trying to get across with telling the story in this way, but like also I don't like the writing style. I think it's very juvenile, which is kind of scathing, I understand that, but also I just can't be arsed to come up with anything more kind, I guess. Considering how much hype this got, I really thought it was going to be better. That's my thoughts on that one. I'm still pushing through it. I'm gonna try to finish it because for my TBR game, which I'll explain for my June TBR, I need to finish that book. So I'm gonna try. I am really gonna try my hardest, but I don't have high hopes. I think it's sitting at like probably a 2.5 star for me right now. And then the other book that I've been reading is The Memory Librarian by Janelle Monáe. This one's much better than the other one. They're not even remotely comparable, really. Like, they're dealing with two completely different things. This is Afrofuturism. Despite the genre difference, it's just a better book. Like, the writing is just better. The stories are better. The characters are less infuriating. Like, it's just like head and shoulders above the other one. So that's the one that I'm enjoying reading. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it off for this week. This is my first week of vlogging. I kind of hope it was moderately interesting. That was my week. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was a fun video for you. And I'm gonna probably be vlogging a little bit later on today to start off next week's vlog. As usual, you can follow me on all social media at Ink and Fig. Feel free to leave a like, maybe a comment. Feel free to subscribe. We're slowly getting some more videos on here, so there's actually things to show you, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.